She's like, oh shit, I'm nervous.
I'm
Nervous epidermis.
It's 5 letters.
All right. Ooh, it's a little loud. It's your boy here with 3 girls. I'm just gonna go around the table. Just tell me, are you in your teens, 20s, 30s, or 60s? No judge, so people look younger for the age.
Okay.
So we'll start left to right.
So name and rough age range.
Yep.
Maddie, and I'm in my 20s.
I'm Kelsey. I'm in my 20s, but I feel like I'm in my 60s.
Oh shit.
I'm Michelle. I'm in my 20s.
All right. So I have a question for you guys. Who do you think is the majority of virgins today? Guys or girls? I will start left to right.
Oh, God. Well, considering there are more girls on this planet...
No. So, like, proportion. So, if we had to do, like, percentage-wise.
I feel like that's a really tough one.
That is tough.
That is tough because I'm thinking based off of people that I know, but then I'm like, do the people that I know represent the majority of the population?
Right.
But based off of the people that I know, I think I have to say girls. I think. Am I wrong? You know the same people I know.
All right, here you go.
I was gonna say guys, but also I feel like guys care about it more. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I also kind of feel like guys, so I could go either way.
That is really tough. I really just depends on your personality, to
Right.
be honest.
I don't know. I mean, based off of the people that I know and based off of, like, the experiences that, like, my friends have told me about, probably girls.
All right, so all of you guys are wrong. It's mostly guys that are virgins.
I
So
believe
guys.
you 100%. What did I tell you at breakfast this morning, Kelsey?
Yeah, I know.
I know.
was thinking about
You
that.
guys were talking about this?
We were talking
Kind
about
of.
a specific person.
Ooh.
Oh, T.
It's not Molly, right?
No, it's not Molly. Hey, Molly.
Oh no.
She's like the main topic of discussion today.
Yeah, we
We
love you.
Molly.
We love you.
Why do you guys think that it's mostly men? Because, like, there was a time where it was mostly women.
I believe it.
Like, predominantly, it was mostly women who were virgins.
I feel like if you're a guy who is not a virgin, you are a guy who is sleeping with many, many women. So I feel like just by that majority...
Ooh, that ties into something else. But
Yeah, I feel like just by, like, pure statistics, therefore, there has to be more virgin men than women. But I don't know.
But you're going by, like, how many dudes are in the world and how many girls are in the world.
Which there are more women than
I'm
men.
saying, like, out of every 10 guys, there's
I have a
way more
controversial
virgins than
point.
every... What?
I have a controversial point.
What's up?
I think that girls are generally more attractive than guys, and guys probably have lower standards than girls.
I don't know if I agree with that, though, because some girls'
some
standards
extent.
are way too low.
Like
No, because at that logic...
Ooh, Kelsey!
No, because at that logic, there would be less virgins when it comes to men if they had that much lower standards. They do. They
What? Yes, you could say they have lower standards, but does that mean they're getting any game?
do. Exactly.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
But, like, what's the definition that we're using for virgin?
So, like, a guy or a girl that hasn't had sex.
Like,
But I feel like
Intercourse. Penetration.
But then what about, like...
Gay sex.
Well, no, I know.
This is sex ed.
oh my god, I need more drinks.
That's
for this
true, though.
conversation.
Like,
Because you have, like, gays and lesbians and, like...
Right,
All right, so
but I feel like
think it depends
they would each define
define.
sex on their own terms. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then do we consider that sex in the
I don't know if I'm
statistics?
necessarily speaking for the entire spectrum of identities, but for my identity, that's what I feel.
yeah.
Great point.
All right, this is
Yeah, I don't know.
another good topic. What percentage of men do you think are considered attractive on Tinder by women?
Oh, I read something about this, but I don't remember what it was.
Well,
Do you think it's like girls swipe and they're like 50% of men are attractive?
again,
60?
how desperate is the girl?
No,
This is a survey,
great
so
point.
like on average they
Okay.
took data from Tinder.
Have you had
Wow.
Tinder?
I've had Tinder.
Okay.
I never
Who
acted.
hasn't had Tinder?
Oh, yeah, good question. I haven't
I know
necessarily.
people, but not me.
Tinder's like
acted-
Instagram now.
I haven't necessarily acted on Tinder,
Acting.
like acted like
Met up
met
with
up
people.
with anyone it.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like Bumble and Hinge working much better for me now.
I
But,
agree. Tinder is purely for hookups. I
Yeah.
feel.
So have you met anyone from Bumble?
Not in person. I literally downloaded it like a week ago. But
Why would you say it's better though?
I don't know. I just feel like the
Is it 'cause you have more
reputation
control?
that it more control, and B, the reputation that it has is not just purely, hi, I want to stick my penis in your vagina.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
But I don't know.
Don't use that in a bio.
I
I
don't
agree
know.
though.
Yeah.
Bumble definitely seems like people at least try to act like they're
Right.
not.
If,
Just there
if
to
they're
hook
not,
up.
they at least put up a front.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But Tinder is just like purely like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
tough
I don't know
out
why
here.
this is, but like I feel like there's way more attractive girls on Tinder though.
Really?
Oh
Way
yeah.
more.
Do you
I
have
need
all
to
the
answer
dating
your
apps?
question.
I used to, not anymore.
Okay.
Mhm.
And Tinder was the number one.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Hinge was good, but
I feel like
it was so formal.
I've seen the most attractive guys on Hinge.
Really?
Yes. And
Do you
I
think
don't-
it's like attractive physically or personality wise?
well, I feel like you can't like
Because Hinge gives you like a profile.
right.
Hinge is
I
more
can't
personality
judge
profile.
guys on Tinder based on their personality, but I can judge guys on Hinge kind of on all around. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like girls, I don't know. Is it a 50-50? Is it a 60-40?
Do you think on average, to save your life, what would you guess a girl thinks? If she saw 10 dudes on Tinder, how many out of 10? do you
I'd
think?
probably say
I'd say less than 50.
yeah, I'd say maybe 4 or 3.
So 30, 40%?
In my opinion, I've had Tinder and Bumble. I feel like the guys I see on like if I go on after not being on for a while, it's like some attractive people, and then I just get to like weird. Like I just give up on it.
Right.
Bumble's a little bit better. I've never had Hinge, but
You don't have Hinge?
I've been thinking about it. But
You made my Hinge profile. Why aren't I making your Hinge
You're right.
profile?
We'll get on it later.
Oh,
but yeah, no, Tinder is definitely.
So would you
It's
say
out there.
30% too? 40%?
I'd say 20 to 30.
All right.
So I feel like if I try to like remember the article that I read, it'd be kind of fucked up and kind of cheating. But like, I'm gonna do it anyways. So
Cheater.
I think it was like girls swipe. It was either 12 or 20%
Wow.
of the guys that they see.
12%. Roughly.
Wow.
Yep.
Guys
I'm
swipe
generous.
And
Right?
that also means in reverse, 12% of guys are fucking like roughly 80% of the women on Tinder.
Wow. That's
I mean,
weird.
Like
Honestly, I believe it.
if you're doing well on Tinder, you're doing well, and if you're not, you're doing terrible.
wow.
There's like no in between for guys.
It's a little fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I feel about that. But here's the thing though, like as a woman, you go on Tinder and you see a spectrum of guys. You know what I mean? Like there are some people who I wouldn't even want to talk to in person, let alone on the internet. And then all of a sudden, they're all displayed in front of you. I feel like 12% makes sense.
Now, do you feel like there's certain guys you would talk to on Tinder that you wouldn't in person
For sure.
if like they just came
Yeah.
up to you?
I would talk to anyone who
Because
came
that's
up to me.
weird. I feel like other than clubs, people don't really do that anymore.
Right.
That's
Well,
true.
okay, so I bartend and I talk to everyone all day long.
Never flirt with a bartender, but yeah.
No, always
Flirt with
flirt.
Maddie.
Stupidest thing
Always,
ever.
always flirt with your bartender and tip
Yeah,
them well.
okay.
But
Yeah, tip well. Tip well.
I feel like I will talk to anyone. Will I give out my number to anyone? Will I actively look to see anyone after that initial interaction? Maybe not. But I don't know. I feel like as a woman, I personally look for higher caliber guys on the internet than I would in everyday life.
So there was a study that like the longer you're on Tinder, the more shallow you become.
Really?
Mhm.
Good thing I only
So for
had it
example, like Bobby the plumber, he looks mildly attractive. You probably date him.
yeah.
If you stay on Tinder for a really long time, you'll swipe left. As soon as you
Alright.
see that,
I don't
Interesting.
necessarily agree with that.
you don't
What
feel
do you
like you
think?
become a little bit
You've
more
had
shallow.
Tinder
I've
longer
had
than
Tinder
I
since my
have.
freshman year of college, I think, so like 4 years.
Mhm.
I wouldn't say I have the best standards, but
We do not need to get into that.
I don't know. I had a different point.
Tinder relating, like guys you would talk to in person versus guys you would
Oh
talk
yeah,
to on
I
the
feel
internet.
like I give like if I see somebody on Tinder that could go either way, I tend to swipe right to give them a shot, like see what
Oh, you're
they
being
have to
nice.
say.
You're being nice. Most girls don't do that though.
I don't
It
know that.
depends.
Bye,
It
Felicia.
depends how I'm
Just-
feeling. But if
Yeah.
like, but then like I gave one guy a shot and he was just like, "Hey, what's up?" And I'm like, "See, that's
Right.
boring." Like,
Yeah.
if you're
All right. I gotta like really bring this out. Like, girls get heated when a guy's like so dry on Tinder, but it's like, you guys are like,
I'm dry
oh well,
too.
I couldn't respond because like, I'm busy and I have all these guys hitting me up, right? Like, one dude hits you up and then 20 hits you up. He's like buried between that chat,
Right.
right? So it's hard for you to reply. Now imagine a guy talking to like 30 girls in a day and having to specifically come up with something different for each one. How realistic is that?
I mean, what did you do at the lunch table in 6th grade? Like, I feel like we've.
I didn't talk to 30 girls, that's for sure.
I don't know. I feel like.
we were segregated by gender.
Oh, you're
We
right.
did
You're
not-
right. Sorry. I
we
don't
did
know.
not-
I feel like you should be able to have different conversations with
It's
30
tough.
different people. I understand that it's mentally exhausting.
So for guys, it's a
Totally get
number
that.
game, right?
Right.
You're shooting your shot at
I
10.
don't know.
You know that you're going to get
get
like
one.
5, and then 3 of them are actually going to come through.
You know you're gonna get
Okay,
fired.
but imagine
So
the
you know you're gonna
pressure.
get one.
Okay, and I'm not saying like there's more pressure on the guy side than there is on the girl side, but imagine the pressure on the girl side in that situation. Because I feel
Oh, I'll
like
be honest. Like, I would get overwhelmed if I had a Tinder profile that was a girl.
yeah,
Like, I see the amount of messages you get, and it's like, how do you keep up?
it's not even the amount of messages. It's like what do you say? I feel
yeah,
like.
you're kind of like,
Yeah.
I
It
don't
gets
know
hard
who
to
you
keep
are.
track.
And then you keep
Sometimes.
repeating, right? And you keep repeating yourself, and you're like, I'm saying, it's not
What
like
did
you're
I
saying the
say to
same
him?
thing to the same person multiple times. But you're
You're
saying the
gonna end
same
up
thing
in
to
the same
multiple guys,
conversation at one point.
right? And that gets exhausting. I agree.
It's because they all ask the same questions. So they're like, "Oh, what do you do at university?" Like, "Oh, what's your like favorite hobby?" And you say it, but you have the same
Same.
conversation.
All right, for all the guys out there, what would you say is the best message to send? First 2 messages.
Okay,
I'd
well,
say
what profile
compliment.
are we on? Because are we on Hinge, Bumble, or Tinder? Because I really think it makes a difference.
That's fair.
I'll be honest. Bumble has like the corniest lines. Whenever I match with a girl on Bumble,
Well, the
She
girl
sends
has
me,
to
like-
message first on both.
Right.
So that shouldn't
she
count.
sends me
Yeah.
messages where it's like, why do I even care about
Okay,
this?
so
I
Tinder.
hate her to
What?
send a message first.
All right, Tinder. I feel like honestly, like those all right, this is just me, but those corny pickup lines where they're kind of a joke but kind of serious. I love
I'll
those.
take it.
Hinge. I love anything related to anything that I've posted about, like any of the prompts that I've answered. If you take the time to read the prompt and respond, I will respond back to you.
Really?
Yeah. I don't, again, just
There you
me,
go.
but
Yeah, I think something individualized to what's on your profile or like a picture specifically. Like,
yeah.
I don't know, just something personal.
Yeah, like I've had Hinge and I've had Tinder. I've never had Bumble.
Mhm.
But
I hate
if
them.
Wait. How's Tinder in France or England?
England is just a bunch of like guys who have like terrible haircuts. Some of them are
I'm
nice though.
obsessed
Some
with
of them are
British
nice.
guys.
Some of them are nice.
Some of them are nice.
nice.
But it depends on where you are.
Okay.
A lot. And then France is kind of just boring. But that's just me. But if I'm on like Tinder and somebody says like, "Hey, what's up?" or like, how are you?" It's kind of like,
It depends how you
good.
look if I'm gonna answer.
yeah.
Right.
And then,
Yeah, I
Okay.
agree. Because on some level, like a "Hey, what's up?" is an easy into a
Come on, if
conversation.
you're-
It doesn't require that
Yeah.
much brain power.
That's what I.
But if
usually
you're not
say.
that attractive, sorry.
So if you're not attractive, you better be clever with other things.
Yeah.
But like
Honestly,
really
yeah.
though, like that's a big thing. I
No.
think, in, like, dating
And how
culture.
fucked up
Be
is
aware
it
of
that
yourself.
that's where we are in society?
It is pretty fucked
Right?
up,
That's
yeah.
fucked up. And I will admit it, but also I succumb to it.
It's like when
Yeah.
somebody's like, "Oh, is your friend attractive?" and you're like, "Huh, they're funny."
Right.
You never want to get that. That's for sure. Also, pull up your mic a little bit. Grazie.
Grazie.
Oh, I thought. Are
grazie.
you done?
No, I'm done.
Oh, you're done?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, it's all right. So the next one, first of all, relationship status, left and right.
Single.
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 Damn. How long?
I broke up with my ex in October, so I've been single since then.
You or him?
I broke up.
You broke up with
Yeah,
him?
I broke up with him.
So he fucked up?
A little bit.
Oh, shit. The last guy you talked to.
I've been single for 22 years,
Oh,
but
shit.
I was
The last time I was connected with someone
I
was
was
my mom.
talking to a guy for 2 years that ended recently, so I'm pissed.
Who fucked up?
He
He
did.
fucked up big
He,
time,
as
over
the
and
best
over.
friend, he did.
Like over
shoot.
and over and over, and I just put up with it, but it's okay.
Real quick, anyone want to speak on behalf of Molly? Are we doing that?
Molly is single. Listen,
Molly
if
deserves a
all right, if
beautiful
you look
guy.
at, I don't know what if our Instagrams would be linked to this or whatever.
Yep.
Find our friend Molly. She's hot as fuck. Date her.
She's the sweetest person you'll ever.
She's amazing. The whole patch is
What a
ultimate,
contrast.
ultimate girl next door. You can
Yeah.
do with whatever with us, but Molly, you want.
But also date me.
But also, I'm single.
I'm single, you know.
Michelle.
She's too much for you.
Wait, what's your status? I didn't hear it.
I'm single.
Okay, all single. Got
Yeah.
it.
What
Been
happened?
single for like, I mean, I've talked to people, but they're just
But this is what?
boring, and like I
Yeah.
travel a lot, so
Okay,
it
that
gets
makes it hard.
complicated. Yeah, but
Don't you feel like relationships are like faster now? Like you date, you fuck right away, and it just ends really fast.
I don't know if I'm the
Yes.
best perspective on this.
But there's also like sometimes such a long talking stage.
Yeah.
Which could include sex or not.
Right.
But I feel like it's just so different. Like it used to be like, oh, will you go on a date with me and like see how it goes, and now it's just like, let's talk
Right.
for
Alright.
however many months.
I
and
remember
then-
my mom talking to one of my friends when we were on vacation. So my mother is 50 years old, and she was like, "So
Divorced, married?
married? Yeah, my mom's
Okay.
married to my dad. 20.
did you almost say single?
Yeah, I know.
She's like,
No, I was like, wait.
I
I didn't
blew up
think
her
about it for a
spot.
second. She was talking about this girl that I used to vacation with, and she was like, "So are you talking to any guy, or are you seeing any guys?" And she was like, "Yeah, I've been talking to this guy." She was like, "What's talking? I don't know this term. What does talking
Oh, it's
mean?"
facts, yeah.
Right? And she was like, "Are you sucking face with this kid?" This is the term she used, not me. She's like, "Are you sucking face with this kid?" And she was like, "I mean, yeah." Like, it's so weird. I feel like our generation has invented this whole new stage of dating, and I don't know whether or not it has a purpose or not.
it's kind of like
Yeah.
courting, but like
But with
more
physical activity.
intimate,
If
yeah.
we're gonna be honest, it's really just keeping the options open.
Yeah. Which,
Yeah.
like, I don't know how I
I
feel
mean, we
about
have
that.
so much options now. Like, so much options. Like, have you ever talked to a guy and you felt like if you didn't have, like, 10 other matches on Tinder, maybe you would have kept it going? No?
No.
No.
Really?
If I
Really?
wanted to keep it going, I would keep it going.
Right.
Yeah, that's fair.
No, but maybe
'Cause that's
maybe
like-
he said something that turned you off.
Oh, I've dealt with that.
I feel like you're very much like, I will just tell you that was
Yeah, no,
fucked.
I'm very upfront, very
Right.
honest with people. Like
I feel like I'm more the one to just not respond ever again if you say something that's off color.
I give people a lot of chances.
Yeah. Maybe more than you
Maybe
should.
too many.
Maybe
but,
too many, you know.
You know, you got your
I mean,
options to.
What do you
fix
feel
it.
as a guy?
In terms of what?
Like, how many chances? Like, do you feel like you're given a lot of chances as a guy, or do you feel like you fuck up once and then it's over?
Oh, you fuck up once and it's over.
Interesting.
It's over.
I feel like we have so
It's
many
over.
chances.
It
I
really
could disagree with
depends.
that.
It really depends. Though. I'm talking about, like, you just started talking to the guy. Not like
Yeah.
you had
Oh, but
something
that's-
already built up.
That's
Okay.
different.
Yeah. I'm talking about, like, you just matched with him and, like, the first 10 messages kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly,
then-
I
I mean,
feel
if I haven't hung out with them yet, then yeah,
right.
it's-
I feel like I give less chances in the first 10 messages though than I do if I've actually met the person. I've
because
formed
you don't
a
know them
connection.
as well.
Right.
Like, I don't care if like,
I gotta give you the benefit of the doubt kind of thing.
Right, but it goes
But if I
back to,
care
like, if
about
you
you
didn't
a
have that
little
many
bit-
options available, would you kind of, like, stuck it through?
would you settle for less?
Well,
Is that
here's
what
the
you're
thing though.
asking?
I feel like we're also 22 years old, so I'm like, what are my options? You know what I mean?
There's
Like,
also no rush.
everything.
right, exactly. I'm like, do I need to jump into a relationship right now, or do I need to fuck
Just
around a
have
little
fun.
bit? Yeah.
They call that the CC, but I don't know if you guys know what that means.
No.
It's called a cock carousel. But
I love that.
yeah.
I'm gonna use
Not
that term
past
forever
that.
and ever now.
Now, like, so all you guys go clubbing, right?
Yes.
What is, like, the one thing that makes you want to go back to someone's dorm, apartment, or place?
The amount of alcohol I've had.
Right.
All right. So any
Yes.
girls watching this, don't drink too much alcohol. Apparently,
Yes.
I'd say sense of humor.
Yeah.
at a club.
Honestly,
But
personality.
where are you talking
I
about?
know, right?
It comes through.
vibes.
Like, you think it
Honestly.
doesn't come through, but I would rather have a guy behind me grinding on me with a personality than not. And you think we can't tell the difference, but I feel like you can.
Yeah, you kind of
Yeah.
can. Depends on like everything that they do.
Yeah.
That's really vague, but
Honestly, just the way they approach you says so much.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I'd rather like talk to you for like 2 seconds than
And
like
yeah.
yeah.
Also, though, who is meeting people at the club? No one.
I
No
mean-
one is meeting their happily ever after at the club.
Yeah, never
Yeah,
date
yeah,
a girl
yeah.
from the
No.
club.
Absolutely
Biggest
not.
mistake
But-
ever. But
Have fun.
when it comes to hooking up, though,
Yeah.
it's one of the hot spots.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Easiest hot
Absolutely.
spots, especially if you're in
For
the
sure.
city.
Yeah.
especially if you're in the city and you have a place
That city.
as a dude.
Or even just to dance for the night and then be like,
See you
okay,
later.
bye, I'm going home.
Bye.
Well, Molly seems like the type that would go to someone's.
Absolutely
Molly seems
not.
like the person that would go home. Absolutely.
Molly
Molly
is an
under the bus?
You
angel.
buy an Uber for the guy to go home himself, and you go
Molly
home.
is an angel. Why are we talking?
I don't know. Molly.
She's gonna kill us.
Absolutely kill us if she sees this.
It's
She's
okay.
gonna see this.
All right.
We will send it to her.
Hot topic: sex on the first date.
No.
Date?
Like,
Like,
meet
actual
up.
date?
Date is just time that you put away to meet somebody.
I can't say that I haven't.
No, I'm not. I mean, what's your opinion? Do you approve or disapprove?
Oh, do whatever the fuck you want. But
Yeah,
for me,
For you,
no.
for you, for
For
you.
me, no.
It depends how it goes. Like, if I like you and vibe with you, sure.
Yeah. I think it depends on like what the intention, like what my intention is with you, like later.
So isn't it safe to say that like within like 3 seconds you already know if you want to fuck them or not?
No.
Really?
No, because they could
Really?
say something that's like
Right.
really
But I think you're thinking
I-
about guys who are like you're on the fence.
Like,
Remember the
okay.
guy who's like he's alright, he has to like throw in a pickup line
So
kind of
if
guy.
you're like-
My
sure about
ex, I was not attracted to for the first 2 months I knew him.
You weren't attracted to him?
I was not attracted to him.
And he's
So
your
you're an
ex now?
intellectual.
And he's my ex now. We dated for a year.
Mhm.
So like I feel like there is something to say for getting to know someone and knowing their personality.
Right.
But for a one night hookup, I don't know if that carries that far.
But you had to be somewhat attracted to him at first. No
A little.
bitterness.
A little.
Because I feel like personality is more like it adds to it, not so much that it creates it.
Yeah.
I feel like the bigger disappointment is when you're attracted to someone physically and then they have no personality than someone who has a great personality and isn't that physically attractive.
I would absolutely rather go for the personality.
I agree. 100%.
All right, left and right. Have you cheated?
No.
I've never been in a relationship.
You can't cheat on something you don't
Yeah.
have.
Oh, so you have.
I guess no. Like, he was cheating too, if you call what I was doing.
Right, I've been
cheating.
cheated on, but I've never cheated.
Did you stay?
For a little bit.
Was this the same ex?
No.
Different ex?
Yes.
Was that ex more attractive?
No.
Really?
I'd
Same
say
guy.
yes.
Oh my god.
Different situation. But
Yeah, very different.
I've also been the one someone was cheating on with.
Ooh.
Ooh, how'd you find out?
I knew.
Hey, I've done it. Guilty.
Right?
To be fair though, one of my friends, her current boyfriend is a guy who was cheating on his ex with her.
Our microphones. I can't whisper to you.
There's no secrets in this room.
We've been friends since we were 5. I'm just thinking.
She needed everyone to know that.
You
by
know
the way.
who this is. Summer
Yeah, no.
summer after senior year.
Okay, keep talking.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. Your friend's boyfriend?
Oh yeah, so my friend and
Oh.
her current boyfriend are I can't
Sorry.
she was like the girl he was cheating with, but they're together now.
Oh wow.
I've
And,
heard
like,
that happen a
everyone
lot.
knows that they're together, not that he cheated. Sorry.
You know what's funny? If a girl dates a guy who she kind of finds attractive, and it's mostly her personality, and she finds out that he cheated, usually she like dips right away. But if she's extremely attractive to him, usually they stay.
Okay.
Sex
If-
matters.
If it's not you personally, I know you know somebody.
I feel like it depends on the self confidence of the girl though.
Big factor.
Like if you know, like, hey, listen, I'm hot shit. I don't have to deal with any of this bullshit. Why would you stay with someone even if they are super attractive? But if you're like, I don't know, he's really cute, and like, what if
Am
I
I
can't
gonna
find
get
something
better?
better? Yeah, like if you're self questioning that, I understand that. But listen, ladies, no one should ever feel like that. You are even
Be
if
on
the
your
guy
own.
is like who's the hottest person we can think of? Give me a celebrity.
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt. If you were fucking Brad Pitt and then you say he cheated on me, but he's really cute. No, fuck Brad
Harry
Pitt.
Styles.
I feel like Brad Pitt might have been a bad example.
All right,
Yeah, I
who's a
don't
better
like Brad
example?
Pitt. Harry Styles.
Everybody finds him attractive. And
He
if you
is-
don't, you're lying.
Right,
He's
literally
dating
everybody finds
Olivia
him
Wilde,
attractive.
I think.
Yeah, he's doing. Anyway,
10
are we
years
gonna go to
older
that
than
concert in
us.
October?
I think we
Fun
are.
fact:
There's
Kelsey,
a
We're gonna be
concert in
front row.
October, guys.
Kelsey and
Harry
I
Styles concert in
bought
October.
tickets in 2020 for a Harry Styles
2019 probably.
2019, and it got canceled. And
$700.
we've been waiting. Front row center. We are so ready. To
We're
go.
ready. October.
$700.
We're going.
Yes,
What?
it was my Christmas
Per
present.
ticket?
Yes,
Oh, I
front row
cried.
center.
I don't know if
I mean, those
paid
are
for
really
that
good
or
places,
my mom
He
did,
can like
but
spit
we'll
in your
see.
mouth. That's really close.
I got water from him on me at the last concert we went to. We were 6th row, but like right by the runway out, and he was throwing his water. It got in my
You
arm.
cried.
Obsessed.
I remember you crying. That
Did
night.
you ever
Absolutely.
watch that arm again?
I did, unfortunately, but wow, it was magical.
All right, so that was the concert in October. Would you guys ever date someone who makes way less than you? Not like a bum, just you make 100, he
Yeah.
makes like 40.
It depends.
If
Because
he's doing-
statistically speaking, girls never date someone who's below them.
Okay.
Ever.
I am the worst example for this because I have been told by my mother for my entire life that I have too high a standard of living and I need to meet men who are up to that standard and who can provide for me. However,
true.
as a 21st,
Yeah.
as a 21st century woman, I would like to say I can provide for myself. So if they're very passionate and driven about what they want to do, listen, like you can make $40,000 a year, but if you're driven and you know what you want to do and you want to be the best at what you can do, I say go for it and I would date that person.
So every girl politically correct says that. But statistically, it never happens. It's really rare that a girl will date a guy who's like a doctor female would almost never date a male
Right.
nurse.
I'm
Right.
really a
But the
dog.
other way around happens a lot.
Right. Well, and I feel like there's a difference in sort of like the level that you place people at. Like a doctor versus like someone who just owns their own business and is very successful. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Someone who's like pulled up their own bootstraps and made themselves. But that's getting into another discussion. Anyway.
But is it also maybe
Yeah.
just like, what if it's also just guys that don't want to date a girl who makes more than him?
So that's a lie.
Because that's
So
right.
that's one of the biggest lies, that a guy doesn't want to date a
Have
girl.
you ever dated someone who's made more than you?
Yeah, she was a doctor.
She's 23. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know. I also feel like we're in the wrong age demographic
We're,
for
we're,
this.
we're all
Definitely.
60 here, by the way, just letting everyone know. But
60 and going strong.
I guess so. But yeah. So the biggest lie that girls tell guys is they don't want an independent woman because a guy likes to be in charge, or the guy likes to make more money because out of ego. But in order for a girl to make that much money, she needs to be very assertive, very aggressive.
Right.
She can't be super nice.
Yes. Sorry. I'm not
For
the
most
host of this.
careers. For most careers. Obviously, like a nurse
Yeah.
or a pediatrician, something like that, you could be nice. But for most, like, be a boss-ass bitch, you need to
Right.
be very, like, masculine.
Yeah.
And guys don't find that a turn on.
I'll speak. So I'm personally like physical therapist, like doctorate of physical therapy, but whatever.
Ooh.
Like, not that big of a deal. But also, I'm the least assertive person. I
Yeah.
hate confrontation. I will not fight anybody.
Right.
Like, I am the biggest pushover you'll ever meet. So
I would say
I
the
don't
girls
know,
next
like,
to
I'm
you
not gonna-
definitely look confrontational.
I'm not
Really?
gonna make the most money, but I'm not gonna fight for it. Either.
I'm starting law school in the fall. I don't know. I feel like that's doctor
You gotta-
equivalent,
yeah.
right? We'll go with that.
and you gotta be assertive for that.
I-
That's literally a job where you fight.
You're a boss.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I will
And you lie.
see you in court. But I don't know. I feel like, all right, Kelsey and I. Kelsey and I were talking a couple of weeks ago.
Did we
and we're
say
saying,
our names?
is that fine?
Yeah.
That's fine.
We never
Just
introduced
don't-
ourselves, though.
Yeah, you did.
No, you said left to right.
Oh, maybe
oh,
I
no,
did,
yeah, you
I
said your
did.
names.
Sorry.
Okay, hi.
Sorry.
Um,
So they've been doing some substances that I can't say, and alcohol as well. But proceed.
Alcohol only.
Yeah, alcohol only. But
Mom and Dad are seeing this.
we were talking, and we were saying, like, the top 3, like, bare minimum qualifications for a guy that you would have to have. And one of mine is driven. So I feel like you could be in any profession. And as long as you're driven and you want to make the most of what you have, I'm automatically attractive to you. Like, my ex, one of the most attractive things I had to him, even though, well, whatever. But
Bastard.
he was very driven and very motivated to be the best version of himself that he could be professionally and personally. And so I feel like that was what I was most attracted to for him. But I don't know. That might just
And
be
as
a
long
thing
as you're
that...
happy in what you're doing.
Yeah, right. Like,
I don't want you to come
self-gratification.
home from work every day miserable as fuck.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like laziness, like severe laziness is like the
Terrible.
most unattractive thing in
Right.
the world.
But again, like, as a future law student starting in August 16th, I believe, I am very excited to, like, meet other people who are on the same sort of, like, path that I'm on and see how that interaction works.
In terms of dating or just?
In terms of dating, yeah. To see, like, okay, someone who's finally, like, at the same caliber of, like, the professionalism and the, like...
Doesn't that kind of prove my point, though?
It does. No, I'm not disagreeing with your
okay.
point. Yeah, 100% not. I'm just saying, like, I could see myself being with someone who is driven in other fields and that wouldn't make that much money. But if you're not driven in anything, sorry, go away.
It's like, are you gonna put effort? If you're not gonna put effort into yourself, are you gonna put effort into?
100%. Hell yes, Michelle.
This boy that I was talking to for like 2 years, like he wasn't the smartest. Definitely had a lot of spelling and grammatical errors. Like I still put up with it. So like it's not
Was he driven?
a deal breaker.
No.
He was pretty
No, Michelle, he was
hardworking.
not.
He was hardworking except for when
Except for
he had to go to work in the morning that he slept over at my house. Then he wouldn't go to work, but that's okay.
He slept over your house?
Many a time.
Not my parents' house.
Oh.
My rental house. Anyway. But yeah.
How do you feel about it, though?
how do I feel about?
Like, so, like, that's what they always say. Like, a guy doesn't want to date a girl who makes more money or whatever because he's just intimidated by so-and-so. And it's like, a guy, honestly, could care less what you do.
But is it a guy who's just looking for sex or a guy who's
Either.
looking for a long-term commitment?
Because sex
Either.
makes sense that you don't really give a
Right.
fuck.
Like, obviously, like, if you're going to hook up and she's a drug addict, whatever. But if you're going to date, that might be a turnoff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fair.
I know. I get it.
But like when it comes to dating, like I could care less if you're like a nurse or a doctor. Like it's not gonna be like, oh shit, she's like hotter now. It's like whatever.
Yeah.
Whereas in like a girl's gonna be like, you're gonna feel like you have more bragging rights now. Imagine dating a doctor.
But I feel like
You're gonna
you
feel a
have
little
to,
bit like, oh, who's your boyfriend? It's like, oh, well, he's a doctor.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it.
but
Right,
there
I
has
wouldn't
to be,
mind it, but I
like-
wouldn't not date someone because he's not a doctor, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
Well,
there
that'd
has
be
to
a
be, like-
small pool of guys if you only dated
Yeah, that
people who
would
were
suck.
doctors. Especially nowadays, it's mostly dominated by females.
Yeah. This is true.
There's more
Girl
girl
boss.
doctors now.
My sister's in the medical profession. Hi, Emily.
I am.
Go get him.
Go get 'em.
But I think there's like that kind of like the masculinity aspect of it being like because traditionally like in the past men have made more and they've been able to like
Right.
support the whole family with that, but
Mhm.
now you can't support a whole family on one salary
Right.
unless it's like 100,000 plus.
Right.
So I feel like there's that kind of like toxic masculinity aspect where it's like if I don't make this much, how much like is she gonna make and how much does that devalue me and like my presence in this relationship?
Yeah.
Yeah. I also, though, feel like it... This is getting very deep. But I also feel like I also feel like it depends on how you were raised. Like, were you raised by... Right? Were you raised by a strong woman who... Like, this is what you expect and this is what you have predetermined in your life that women should live up to? Or were you raised by toxic
All right,
masculinity?
let's flip the script. Would you ever date a guy who's extremely feminine? Because that
She has.
Depends.
well, because that would be equivalent to a guy coming home to a girl who's extremely masculine.
But what do you mean by masculine and what do you mean by feminine? Because these are, I feel like in this day and age, those are very lucrative terms that you can
Do you
take
mean
them.
like physically? Or like,
Right. Do you mean
personality?
physically? Do you mean personality?
Not in the bed. I mean like so feminine would be more like nurturing.
So
like-
like nice.
Like a kind person for once.
Right. Like,
To be
honestly,
fair,
is
though.
that where the bar is set that we need to determine, like, are you a
You're
kind
feminine
human
if
being?
you
You're
actually show
feminine.
'em
Like,
But,
like,
No, not a kind. Like, because a guy can be masculine and not a douche.
Yeah.
Yeah, but traditionally like
Like, you know, like a very like the girl is more likely to run to little baby and be like, oh my god, like it's so cute than a guy. Doesn't mean the guy doesn't give a shit about the baby.
I would love a guy that's obsessed with babies.
Kelsey and I have
obsessed
an
with the wrong term.
agreement that whenever she births children, she will have them until what, age 3?
2 or 3.
2 or 3, and then I will take them until they're, what, 13?
Maybe like 10.
Well, yeah, because kids
Yeah,
become assholes when they're
11-ish.
13.
You just switch back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll raise them for their childhood, and then she'll take them for the teen years.
'Cause I like cute babies, but once they start talking and being bitches, like, I'm over
But
it.
that's like 13. They have like their own opinions and stuff.
Yeah, but then they're like old enough to like talk to you and have a conversation. Like, I would never talk
She
to my
doesn't
kids
want that.
about
You
anything
know.
serious, but like, I would talk to my kids. What?
Yeah. Kids are fun to talk to.
Yeah.
kind of.
I love children. Anyway.
Anyways. All right. So with all these standards, why do you think there's like so many girls in the 30s who are single now compared to before?
Okay, honestly, I think it's
And I'm not
because-
talking about like divorce, like just girls who straight up.
Right. I honestly think it's because women of this generation are so much more career driven than women of the past generations. And I think there's this like idea now that, okay, I need to focus on my career and I need to make something of myself before I can focus on marriage and kids.
And then you'll find Chad when you're 30, right?
Right, exactly. Chad's just waiting.
He's just waiting at your door.
Yep.
And sometimes while you're in that career-driven place, like, guys aren't supportive of that. So
Right.
you're just like,
We're in
"Alright,
this
fuck
weird
you,"
like shift, I feel
we'll,
like.
we'll make our own money and find somebody else later.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I think there's like this kind of it's also the same reason why women are having kids much later.
Right.
True.
And it's kind of
Although-
like because I want to establish myself as a person and as my own sort of like being before bringing someone else into the world.
Yeah.
And, like losing myself possibly in that.
Right.
Yeah.
Although I would love to pop my kid by 27. So if anyone
She's
else,
ready.
I'm ready.
I
I have
got
a
baby
whole
fever. Baby
timeline.
fever.
She wants at least 4, maybe 6.
Yeah.
So.
Oh shit.
4 men.
No,
6
No, honestly,
men.
I'm like that too. Like I'm like on the fence. Either I don't want kids or I want 7.
I want 8,000 children. Give them all to me now.
I think I'm gonna want like 2 or 3, and then but once I pop out one, like we'll see how
Yeah,
I'm
we'll see.
feeling. Like, yeah,
Not for another 9 months.
yeah.
No. But like, on a serious note, then why do you think like so many girls in their 30s? So there's like surveys, for example, 1 out of 4 women are on antidepressants. Most girls who have the career say they feel like they're not fulfilled. They have the money, the house, and everything.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have
Because
it.
happiness doesn't come from money.
Right. And in today's society, like,
Guys
there's.
suck.
So all right. So here's the thing, right? So the idea is a girl who's like 33
Yeah.
has all her career all set,
Mm-hmm.
is going to meet a really attractive, handsome dude
Mm-hmm.
who has his career all set, who's also 33. But here's the question. If that guy's that successful and that attractive, why would he date the 33-year-old when he can just date the 27-year-old or 26 or 25?
Because is the 26-year-old ready for what the 33-year-old's ready for?
They're
Is
not
her-
at the same maturity.
But
Right.
but is the guy ready for what the 33-year-old wants?
I don't know.
Because think
Men
about it.
suck.
This sucks. I know this
Men
sucks,
are far
but
behind.
it's biology. Girls, once you hit your 30s, you're a little bit. If you want to have kids, you're pressured.
You're right.
You're on a clock. Guy isn't.
Yeah.
So if he dates a 33-year-old, he's gonna be like, I know she's gonna want one this year.
right.
You're gonna have that in the back of your mind. Baby fever is real.
But
So
also-
I feel like that strategy for women just doesn't work. It's unfair. I
Yeah.
agree. It sucks. I feel bad for you, but like
Mm-hmm.
this is true. Like I know a lot of girls in their late 20s who are dating like these like uppity dudes in their 30s. I know like almost no girl who's like 30 something dating a dude who's like in their 20s.
I don't know. I feel like it's very situational. I feel like each girl needs to evaluate what she wants. Each guy needs to evaluate what they want. And then,
But it's pushed.
depending on the combination of those people.
But it's
Yeah.
pushed a lot though. That
For
like
sure.
just 20s just get that
For
dick,
sure.
and then 30 you get the ring.
Although, I don't know. I feel like a lot of, like, our friends' older siblings were that, like, find someone, get married, do that, whatever. But I feel like every adult that I've talked to in the last 3 years has been like, focus on your career, worry about men later.
Yeah.
Especially if it's what was that, your dad?
This was any woman in my life. No, my dad doesn't even want me to think about dating anyone, let alone getting married. But
Ooh.
I think I'm like scared that if I like don't focus on like career and like doing what I want and like establish myself like how I want, then if I have kids, then I'm gonna take that on them, because that's what's happened to like friends I know and things like that. Like their parents were unhappy with who they were when they had their kids, and then they just like unleash that on their child, and they're trying to like make their child do this and that, and they're
Right.
just like, I'm unhappy with who I am and I'm blaming you, even though it's my fault you're here.
Yeah.
Right.
Definitely don't want to live through my child.
right, and also we're in
Yeah.
a very different age of parenting. I feel like I know so many people who have different parenting situations than like people of the 90s had.
Oh,
parenting.
facts.
Right.
Facts. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
So
Like
like,
what,
who's to say, you know? Who's to say? What's that,
Who's
John
to say?
Mulaney?
Just that.
Who's to say?
No, because like if you really think about it, like that's what, like you said, everyone's telling you, like just fuck, man. Your 30s, that's the way to go.
Yeah.
But it's not working. In a perfect world, a girl could have both. But it's not.
I will have both.
You're gonna have both.
Talk to me in 5 years and we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll
What about
see.
you?
About what?
Are you gonna have both too?
I don't know. We'll see. I have no idea what's happening.
Damn, that vodka hitting strong. What about you?
Sorry.
I mean, I want both, but I don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah, I need to get through school.
Whoa,
first.
whoa, who wants kids here?
Me. For sure.
Yeah, probably.
4 to 6.
4 to 6.
4 to 6 kids.
2 to 3.
3 to 4.
Damn. All right, this is like.
How many kids do you want? Do you want kids?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know.
That's it. I feel like anytime I talk to a guy, it's the answer. Girls know. Guys are like,
I know. I feel like we've been.
Sadly,
thinking
we
about
have
it
a
for
lot of
so
time.
long.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, my dad's 8 years older than my mom. So I feel like that's just an unfair biological advantage.
No,
that
it's
you guys
unfair.
have.
It
Yeah.
sucks. I admit.
To be fair though, my parents had me super late.
Yeah.
So like, and we're doing fine so
Yeah.
far, I think.
There you go.
How late is late?
Like I was born when my parents were 43.
Oh,
Wow.
shoot.
Damn.
Yeah. So like old,
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
but
it happens.
Yeah.
Damn, so your mom's
Modern
like
medicine.
60?
Yeah.
both of my parents are turning 64.
Oh, shit.
Modern medicine.
And it's getting. I feel like it's getting later and later.
Right. But also, I don't want it to be
I
later
wonder
and
if we're
later.
like
No, I don't think
adapting
that's
to
true.
that at
Like
all.
I don't want to be 60 when
It's definitely
I
getting
wanna be,
later.
like, my
No.
friends'
We're having
grandparents.
kids.
Oh, yeah. In
Oh,
that
yeah.
sense, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was mostly 20s. Now I say it's probably like 30s.
Right.
Definitely late 20s. Then.
So you don't know if you want kids?
No.
How old are you?
I'm in my 20s.
So you don't know if you want kids. All right. I guess that's kind of valid, though. I mean, I've been obsessing over this since I was like 15.
All right, so I don't want to get into this topic, but I feel like today it's like a huge risk for a guy to have a kid versus a girl.
A lot.
Yeah.
Like, how many
Why?
programs are there for a single father?
That's true.
Government
though.
wise,
That's super
nothing.
true.
But how many single
How
fathers
many
do you know
times
who
do the
are
guys
raising the
win?
kid on their own?
Yeah.
Well, that's a whole nother debate,
Yeah.
right? Because I personally know someone where like the wife cheated, she was also drunk that night, and yet she's getting full custody.
I feel
Right.
like
And this
mother
happens
would
a lot.
usually win.
But how many stories do you know of dads
That just
fucking
fail.
their kids up?
That's fair.
I don't know many.
I know so
No. There's definitely like if if the guy's fucking up the wife, like
Right.
obviously like he shouldn't be around the kid.
It's situational.
Right, but overall, women tend to get the custody
Right.
because of that.
It's maternal instincts for a reason.
And then you always have the attorney who wants to make money, so he's like, yeah, fuck that guy. Fuck him. So like, let's
Well,
just get
where's
more
the
money.
guy's attorney?
They we suck.
Where's
But
the
to
guys
be fair-
The
So
guy-
you're saying that
generation?
all men get crappy attorneys and all women get
Look
attorneys
at
who really
look at
want
this
money?
strategy.
That makes no sense.
Look at this strategy. The male's attorney wants to prolong it as long as possible to make a lot of money, and then the other attorney wants that plus to take as much money as possible from the husband.
I think that's a very general statement that you're making.
It is general.
Yes.
We're gonna have a lot of
We're all
those tonight.
general.
But to be fair though, like usually the father doesn't fight for custody in terms of a divorce, so it's usually the mother who gets it, and that's why there's this kind of like
Even if she
notion.
doesn't want it.
Yeah, that's why there's this notion
Kelsey,
that the mother.
not everyone doesn't want the kid.
Well,
I'm just saying,
as a
like,
society-
like if neither of them want it, like I feel
Right.
like
Yeah,
the
well,
mom
as a
will get it.
society, we
Yeah, for
assume
sure.
the kid's always gonna be better off with the mom.
Yeah, which is not always true. So then if the dad does fight for custody, if there is a fight for it, then usually the father gets it.
Interesting.
I mean, you're going to law school, so you must know a thing or
Ask
two.
me again in 3 years.
Yeah.
We'll have a whole
Reads
other
all about
conversation
it.
of it.
Have you had classes yet, or
Not
you're about
yet.
to start?
I start in August.
Ooh,
Yeah, I know.
that seems intense.
I'm so excited.
Really?
Elle Woods me up. I'm ready to go.
Oof, I love it.
Is that the Legally Blonde movie?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what you're gonna be.
Well, I'll be across the river from Harvard, but we'll just call it the same thing.
It's the
Like,
same.
It's hard.
It's like same area.
What? Like it's hard?
What? Like, it's hard? That's what my graduation cap said.
I know.
Really?
Yeah. It's like, what? Like, it's hard? College was easy, man. Listen to me.
College was easy.
College was
Grad
so
school, not
easy.
so much.
Do you
but
think college was
is
easier than high
easy.
school?
100%.
Right. That's what I would tell everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also
Unless-
took the
unless
hardest
you're
classes
doing, like,
possible.
Like quantum physics or some shit like
Right. I feel like it
They
They
depends on
don't
your
do
major.
quantum physics in high school.
Right.
that. No, but like in depth, like actual stuff.
Yeah.
Cause like we do math in high school, but like there's also,
Also, in
another
high
like
school, you wake up, you go to class for 6 hours, 5 days a week. Then you have like 4 hours of extracurriculars.
Mm-hmm. Whereas in college, you just roll out of bed for
Yeah.
like 2 hours and
Sure.
you're
And
good.
you're like, here we go.
Pretty much.
And you
You
don't
drink
have parents
and-
breathing down your neck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
True, and you also have alcohol, and you have other substances that she's
Alcohol.
currently on. But there's also that. So all right,
I'm
so the
sure my dad's gonna watch this.
oh shoot,
No.
You want your dad to watch this?
My dad's a cop,
Oh,
but he's fine. I don't want my mom to watch that.
oh
Hey, John.
right, we have a cop's daughter on the. You are a legal age to drink, right?
Certainly.
22.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I'm
That's
feeling
my ID.
22.
No.
Next
So
question.
the last point that I want to make is
boy. The last one?
yeah, last point.
Oh, I don't want. Okay.
She's like, I don't want to end this.
I
No,
don't
no,
wanna
we're gonna
end
have an
this.
open discussion. You guys
Oh,
can
boy.
talk all the crap you want about guys.
Oh, I'm ready.
I feel like I've been kind of soft today, just because this is
No,
your
go
first time.
hard. Go hard.
I love when I hear that. But what would you say is like the biggest turnoff you have when it comes to
That-
guys in person, not on Tinder?
Bad hygiene. If
That's a
you
good one.
can't shower yourself, I will. Why would I want to be near you?
Yeah.
Literally,
Unless you're a CNA, but yeah.
if a guy, my sister's a CNA.
There you go.
If a guy can't bring himself to shower or clip his toenails or like fucking put on a clean shirt in
She
the
hates
morning,
feet.
why would I want to give you anything?
Mm.
Clean yourselves.
facts.
That is all I have to say.
Like brush your.
You
fucking
bring
teeth.
yourselves up an extra 4 points just by taking a shower.
Wow, it's
Yeah.
that easy.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with that. Hygiene is definitely important, but assuming that's like there already, hopefully.
It's a big assumption.
Yeah, no, you never know. Maybe like honestly like lack of common sense and like basic intelligence
Like,
So
common
get
decency,
smarter.
too.
and
Get
like
smarter.
being rude. Like don't be rude, obviously.
Being rude to like servers and shit.
I hate that.
I work in a
especially
restaurant.
as
Really?
a
Do you feel like you've
bad.
seen more guys do that than girls? I feel
Be
like I've seen.
rude?
Yeah, I've seen.
Oh,
they
guys,
expect
100%.
more.
The
Really?
amount of
It's
guys
usually
who I,
female servers.
right, and the amount of guys who have had just like not tip just because they feel like they don't
I
have to,
hate that so much.
right?
That's bad. I've never seen that, but
That's happened to you.
Yeah, so I work in 2 coffee shops.
Mm-hmm.
And so one of them is cash only and one of them is card and cash. And in both of them, like the locals tip and like the locals tend to be like worse off financially.
Right.
And then you have like the rich people who come in and they never tip. They're super rude. I had a woman laugh in my face.
I
Oh,
hate people.
And I was like,
Yeah, I hate
I'm just
people
trying to
too.
tell you what drinks we have.
Right.
That's
no,
all.
I have my regulars who I love and adore and who are so good to me.
Wait. Has a guy ever picked you up while you were working?
Tried to.
Like
Yeah.
even if it was after the night.
I've never followed through on anything, but
Really?
tried to 100%. And
Exactly. Never try.
no, please try and tip us well. No, not saying that I wouldn't, but all right, it's hard because
You're
I
you're in
work,
work mode.
No, and I work at my family's place, so like any guy I'm home with, there's that
okay.
extra
Yeah.
consideration.
There's eyes
Yeah.
on you right now.
right,
Yeah.
exactly. But if I didn't work there, who knows? But no, guys 100% will just be like, oh, I don't have the cash on me right now, but I'll tip you next time. Whereas girls are like, hell yes, girl, look at you. You've got 4 tables full. Like, you go. I'm going to give you a 30% tip. And I'm like, I love you. I think it's just in general. Girls
right.
hype each other up.
If you go on a date, how
Yeah.
much does it affect when the guy pays and he gives like a really big tip?
What do you mean?
Like for example, he took you out to dinner
Yeah.
and then he has to tip the waitress.
Yeah.
And if he tips low or if he tips high, does it like affect
If you tip low, I'm just like, what
I'll add
scum
to
did you
it, I
come
don't
from?
care.
Yeah, I don't care.
I mean, like I do care about you, but I'll be like,
I don't think I don't
$2.
She's so
like,
caring.
right. I don't think there's benefit to tipping extra. I think there's points deductive for not tipping enough.
Yeah.
So you'd be turned off basically.
Yeah. Well, just because I come from that industry, my whole livelihood comes from that industry.
yeah.
It's also just
I work-
fucking rude.
I
Right.
work at a breakfast place. I do all the to-go orders, and there'll be an order for like $40-$50, and they'll tip $1.
Right.
And I'm like,
Like
it's
what?
basically the same thing as serving you at a table.
I know. My family's business is my dad built this business from himself. It's a bar, it's a pub, whatever. And like I go, I'm like, I bust my ass. Here's you won $500 on Keno. Like, here's your $100 tab, and you tip me $10. Like, go fuck
Like, what
yourself.
difference does it make?
I know.
Like an extra few bucks.
Like, come on. We went out to breakfast this morning. We were stressing for like 10 minutes over how much to tip.
Did you
All right,
have
so that's
everything?
actually a really good point. All right, so do you expect the guy to pay on the first date?
All right, here's
I
the
don't
thing.
care how
Fair.
feminist you are or whatever. Like,
In this 21st century, I've not been on an official first date where it was like that. I've been talking to guys
or
forever.
second date.
No, I've like all of a sudden you were just dating, and I'm like, okay, like I don't
All right,
know.
first time the guy you're talking to takes you out to eat.
Yeah.
I think the person who asks out is the one to pay.
Right.
So, like, if I ask somebody out, I'm the one paying.
So
If
the
he
guy.
asks me. Well, if he's the one asking me out, then yeah.
Right. No, I'm talking the first time though.
Yeah.
Is he
Not
one
like
who
the
asked
second
me?
and third time.
If he's
But
the
are
one
we
who
talking
asked
or
me-
dating?
If he pays only
Talking
the
Tinder.
tip-
It could be Tinder. It could be a guy from class who's like, "Hey, you want to grab lunch?" So and so.
I'm fine either way. As
Yeah.
long as you don't expect me to pay,
Mm-hmm.
I will either go Dutch or I
Yeah.
will let you pay. The
All right,
whole
because
thing.
there's this other thing. Girls want the date to always be like a restaurant or something nice, right? Like if you match with a guy on Tinder instead of just like a coffee date or, you know,
Get
I
some
don't
coffee,
care.
snacks, and go to, like,
I
the
don't
beach or
care.
something.
Yeah, I really don't care. But okay, continue with your point.
but just think about it, right? Because girls think like, oh, the guy's a douche or he's being cheap, but it's like, if a girl can easily spend less than $10 and go on 6 dates, but a guy can't do that. Like you can go on a ton of
That's
dates
fair.
and spend little to no money, but a guy can't. So
Assuming that all the guys are going to pick up the tab, which honestly, I don't think is the case.
my advice
it's
to
not,
all
yeah.
the guys is just to pay. It's like awkward. Like really, you're really gonna have like that 3 seconds of like who
Right.
the fuck's gonna pay? Just fucking
I
pay.
If
haven't.
it's first date, just go for it.
Second
Like,
date,
you
if you're
want
like
a
really
second
like her,
date,
then I would
pay
be
for
like,
it.
all right, come on,
I
2021.
haven't-
You know what I'm saying? You have a job. Come on.
I have an older male friend who once told me, listen, like, you want her to put out, just take her to a movie and dinner. Like, pay the tab. Like, what's the worst that could happen? You know what I mean? You lose $20. Like,
You
come
might
on.
get a
Right.
second
Well, the first
date.
date's supposed to be like a smooth ride for the girl. She's supposed
Right.
to basically not think about anything other than I'm having a good time with the guy.
Yeah.
So if you have to pull out your wallet,
Here's the thing. I feel like you need to give a lesson to half the guys out there because I don't think they think that way.
Yeah. That's entirely
I don't
true.
think I've ever
well,
been on
because
a
there's
date
like
where
this
they made me
small
pay.
group of girls who think it's offensive, like to open the doors for a girl or to pay for a
Okay,
girl.
but those
Yeah,
are.
so-
I am
and those
not
guys
one of those people.
and those guys that you're thinking of are probably beta cucks. Just letting you guys know, they're probably the guys who kiss ass to the girl, so they probably won't pay, or they're just
I'm-
really cheap.
I'm not one of those people. Open all the doors for me.
I think
I will
you
love
can
you.
tell if a girl's going to be like that, like super independent, like
Yeah.
Like,
feminist, fuck
independence
you.
isn't wrong. It's how
Right.
you, like, portray and how you
But
react
that's
to
just
other people.
right, and that's just common
can be
human
independent.
decency.
Yeah.
Like I would open a door
Door.
for another woman. That doesn't
Yeah,
mean
like, hold the door open
But
for the
imagine you
person behind
always
you.
opening the door for your boyfriend.
I don't know. It seems like a lot of effort.
I wouldn't mind. honestly. It's kind of funny.
Like, I don't expect you to hold the door open for me. Like, if we're going to dinner and, like, you've asked me out.
That's
like,
awkward. You both
I
are
can
just
do
gonna
it.
stand there,
be
look
like,
at the
"Open
door.
fucking door."
Hope that's
Like,
automatic.
Whoever
I don't
gets
know.
there first.
it depends
open the door.
on the girl for sure.
Yeah.
What would it be for you?
I want the door open for me. But if it's not open for me, that's not a deal breaker. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like, ooh, you did it, you get extra points.
I'd say first date, go all out, open the door, pay if you want a second date, and then after that, like see where it goes.
Right.
Like I wouldn't mind.
Have you guys
Like,
ever
if
had
I'm-
like a stare down where like he didn't pull out his wallet, you didn't have?
No.
I always offer. I'm that person that gets nervous when the
Yeah.
check comes, and so I immediately pull out my credit card. I'm like, here's all my money. Here you go.
Oh
Because
shit!
it's like an effort. It's like, hey, like, I'm willing to split it. Like, I've had
Right.
fun.
Yeah. Like,
It's
I
common
offer.
decency. Like that How I Met Your Mother episode where he's like, she didn't reach for the check. Like I was going to pay, but she didn't reach for the check. Like, you know what I mean?
It is
Yeah.
nice. I can't lie when girls do the fake pay.
Yeah.
It is nice. Like they pull out that debit
chance.
card that's expired, doesn't work anymore, but at least they pulled it out. It's
Yeah.
like, all right.
It's good intentions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta go with what you gotta go with.
Yeah, and I think like the first date, to not make it tense, guys should always just pay. Like fuck it.
But here's
But
the thing.
after that, I do feel like if the girl's invested, you know, she should like, you know,
Right. But here's the thing though. I'm so confused because like today, what is a date? You know what I mean? Nothing. There is
it's
no
so-
line.
So,
for,
as
like,
I said
this is a
earlier,
date.
a time you devoted to meeting somebody.
But I don't think everyone else on the planet agrees with you on that definition. You know what I
wouldn't
mean?
consider
Because then I'd be
half
going on
the
dates.
Well,
with,
yeah.
like, a
things
lot
I've
of
done
people.
a date.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I've been in multiple relationships, but have I ever dated?
All right, so your
someone?
last one,
Probably not.
what was your first date?
Oh no. We went to a movie. And
That's
we
not
each
bad.
paid for our own ticket.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
And then what?
that was it. That was the date. And then we went back to each other's dorms and just hung out.
Cool. Platonically. Yep.
Yeah, sure.
Date? Don't know her.
I don't think I've ever been on, like, a real date where I was aware that I was going on a date.
Right.
No, but like your last ex or whatever.
I've probably been on a date, but not with like a boyfriend.
No, right.
Well,
that's
we
what I'm
were,
saying.
yeah,
So
we
never
were
had a
we
boyfriend.
weren't like official at the time.
Yeah, I'm saying like not officially at the time.
But I knew he liked me. You know what I mean? We were talking, but we were going to do an activity.
Wait, so-
that's the thing. It's like talking and like hanging out at each other's place versus talking and going out into society and doing an activity.
Yeah.
There's two different lines.
I
of
went on 2 dates, but I didn't realize that they were dates because I didn't know that he liked me.
Right.
Because
Wait.
I thought he had a girlfriend.
Ooh.
So-
Wait. So like he asked you out and you just assumed
Well,
he wanted to be
he didn't
friends?
say like, "Hey, let's go on a date." He was like, "So we have a mutual friend because we had a
Mm-hmm.
mutual friend. We had a couple, and we were doing the same course." And he's like, "Hey, like we've never met. Do you want to go like get a drink after like class, and we can just like hang out and get to know each other because we're probably gonna be seeing a lot." And I was like, "Sure." And then I was like, I was getting vibes that he was like kind of trying to like make a move, and then
You rejected him. Poor
well,
guy.
I mean,
R.I.P.
I didn't really, but I didn't like acknowledge it. And then
Mm-hmm.
I asked my friend, I was like, is he
Hmm.
making a move or does he have a girlfriend?
That actually brings a good point. Do you believe guys and girls can be friends?
Yes.
Platonically. 100% no interest in sex.
I have guy platonic friends. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, another question for you. Do you think if you hit them up right now and said, yo, you down to come over and fuck, would any of them say yes? The platonic friends that you 100%.
Like they
Well,
were
Not
one,
you.
yeah, the one I think we're both thinking of is in a
Girlfriends,
relationship.
yeah.
So
Even if he was single.
he would say no.
So you never think he thought of you?
Although that one dream he admitted he had about. I don't know. No.
No,
probably
he'd
not.
say no.
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
You really think he would have been
I
like, yeah, hell yeah, I
really
wanna fuck.
100%.
I don't believe that.
Okay.
I feel like the
You met him.
girl and the guy have to both equally be unattractive to each other.
I mean,
What is?
I know that I
mean,
have
he's
friends
not
who
bad
would
Because
say
if
yes,
a
He's cute.
He is really cute.
He's adorable.
but you can find somebody attractive and not be attracted to them.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
if you
I
are
know.
attractive and have a shit
So,
personality,
but
I'll
overall-
be your friend.
Past that
exactly,
point
but
of
overall,
being
then you're not
attractive.
attracted to him.
No, but I have like friends who are attractive and they have good personalities, but I'm not
Right.
attracted to
Or
them.
I have
we're
friends who have known
friends.
since I was 5 years old
Alright,
and not all of a sudden going to want to date you.
Yeah, it's not like I like the way your face looks.
So if
and
you
your
guys were
eyes.
hanging out and you were butt naked, you were just down to fuck.
Why
you
would
hang
we
out?
be
Probably
butt
wouldn't
naked if we were
happen.
just hanging
You just
out?
got out the shower and you were horny. You really think he would be like, nah, we're just friends.
He is
That
in a
would never
committed
happen.
relationship
If
for
he was
like
single.
2+ years.
Feel single. Because most girls say that, but in reality, it's like it's always nice to have that guy around who
If
you
you-
know wants
If
to
I was,
fuck
like,
you but won't
super into it.
because it gives you
Right.
Maybe.
because
Right,
it
like
gives you free
maybe,
validation.
maybe.
That's fair.
But also, I don't think so. But maybe. You never know. I feel like it depends on if both.
How
active
often have you
parties-
heard like friends just hook up one night?
I mean, I've done that. So,
Yeah, it's-
No, I've never.
but like the thing is,
Yeah.
I know that there's people. Like I know I have like 3 people in mind right now who would say no if I proposed that to them.
Right.
But there's other people that I know that would go with it, and they'd be like,
Uh-huh.
"Yeah, let's go."
I don't know.
Yeah, so like yours is situational. So yeah, I agree. Like for example, if you were married
Mm-hmm.
and you were best friends with the guy she's married to, you're obviously not gonna want to fuck him. You're always gonna talk to him platonically because there's like a situation that's kind of stamped. But I'm talking about if that was removed.
Well, I feel like
Could you
marriage
really
is an
just-
extreme to jump to, but like
And friendships, by friendships, I
been
mean like, hey, let's go hang out tomorrow or come over. I'm not talking about like acquaintances where like you
no,
see
like
him.
we've been
Yeah,
friends for like
friends.
8 years. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I know this kid, and we met through another
just
friend,
like-
and we've been friends forever.
Yeah.
Do you find him attractive? Like actually
just, like,
attractive?
past
Not
that
like he's
point.
ugly, but like attractive.
Right. There's some point when you get
Yeah.
to and it's past that. It's
Like,
like,
Would you
I
want his
could
kids?
never-
Long.
No.
I've told you too
Exactly.
much.
Like,
We've
he's,
been friends
like,
for too long.
Physically, he's pretty.
He's
But
Right.
pretty.
He's not.
I feel like you get to a point and you know someone too well. You're like, sorry,
Yeah.
I've seen you vomit all over your mother's bedspread. Like,
No.
I can't date you. You know what I mean?
It's like I know too much about
They're
you.
right. You
Yeah.
know too much about someone. It depends on how close you are as friends.
That would be a good experiment one day. To just have girls here who be like, "Yep, this guy, platonic," and just hit them up.
I mean, I could
Just
go
say-
to my Snapchat and
just-
tell you who would say yes.
No,
to
no,
it.
I mean like just literally message them and be like, "Yo, I'm just horny right now. I want to fuck." I guarantee you, at least 2 out of 3 will say yes.
2 out of 3. That's a big.
Assuming they're not married
Well,
and they're faithful.
yeah. Married.
Because then I wouldn't ask.
Right.
But that's
That'd
a
be
big
awkward.
proportion.
What is the morality of both parties involved?
Hmm?
Like,
Interesting.
where does like if
Where's
you're
the
married
line?
doesn't mean you won't say no. You know
That's
what I mean?
true.
Yeah.
Also, like most girls, for example, like they always say that there was a survey, but this is a small survey, so it's not really that accurate. But a girl has kind of like a backup in the sense that there's always a dude after a relationship that she either hooks up with or ends up dating,
Like a rebound.
that was there the whole time during the relationship, which proves is like, and usually it's the friend, and usually the guy knew about that guy. So like he didn't know that they were gonna fuck. He just like he knew that that guy existed in that girl's life.
Is it kind of like the guy who like she told him not to worry about?
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Wonder what's gonna happen with that.
That could go either way, though.
Right.
The girl you.
But then
Said not
that's
to worry
like a
about.
friendship that guy entered into and remained in with the intention of having sex.
So I think most guys only become friends with girls like, because they want to fuck them eventually.
Really.
Yeah.
That's
When you
really
are 10 years
promising.
old, you become friends with someone because you say, I want to nail that girl.
No. Maybe some. No. But like realistically though, most guys like why
Like, do you mean entering in like a friendship when you're like mid to late teens and like 20s and shit?
yeah. In your 20s.
That's fair.
I don't know. I feel like...
There's a bottle tube thing under the table.
That's not happening.
No, go pee. She has to use the potty.
Bye, Kelsey. I'll miss you.
Yeah, just watch out with the staircase though.
I feel like... No. I have some friends who I guarantee you have zero intention of fucking me.
Really.
Absolutely.
Really. And I could call one of them right now and confirm this.
All right.
Like, I have friends who I think are like super hot,
Right.
but like I'm not gonna fuck them
Right.
just because that would make it super awkward, and like I don't really want to deal with that.
Right. That's so
Well, girls are way
complicated.
pickier. So like girls are way pickier when it comes to sex.
Right.
Because
we
girls-
have standards, and men just want a
No.
vagina that will let them in.
Basically, so a girl gets to choose who she fucks. A guy doesn't.
Yes.
A guy has
Well,
to
he
pick out of
could.
what he has.
Well, he could,
No.
but he could.
No. All right. So I know some girls who probably consider not that attractive who could probably get laid with a guy who's very attractive.
But that's social currency. That's another issue.
Yeah. Like a girl can easily get laid whenever she wants.
But is she gonna get laid with someone who she finds attractive? Maybe not.
Unless, you know, you're having a little too much drinks, then maybe not.
I've been empty for like half an hour. I don't know what you're talking about.
Just drink out of hers.
What is this? Oh, that's basically empty too. Kelsey, bring me up another drink.
Do you need another drink?
No, I'm good.
No, because, all right. So, and then the other one, too, is why do you think guys cheat versus girls? Like, what do you think is the mindset of a guy when he cheats and a girl's mindset when she cheats? Because it's so different.
I feel like it's situational again. I know I'm the worst person ever because you
You're
keep
the
saying
worst.
everything
No,
is
but it is.
situational,
She's
but I
fired.
do. I really do.
No. So, like, obviously, like, as a lawyer or as someone who's doing statistics, you have to go on a majority. Like, what do you think is the majority?
I
of the
think
outcome?
guys are so cocky that they think they can get away with it.
Okay.
I would agree. I think that like girls do it in like a sense of like
That was the toilet flushing, by the way.
I think girls do it in more of kind of like they want either that like validation from somebody else or they're just really angry at like the person they're with and so they do it out of retaliation, whereas
Right.
guys do it kind of like I can so I will.
So there's a weird fact. Like, usually if a guy cheats, he can easily get back into a relationship. Like, it's all good in the hood. A girl can't.
Yeah.
Usually when a girl cheats, she's basically done.
Well, like it's in the
She's
like
emotionally, like, not invested anymore.
well, even
That's-
like in
yeah.
the olden days when a guy cheated, they could legally divorce their wife, and if a girl cheated, it was like,
Golden
oh
days.
well,
That's
oh
'cause
well,
women couldn't do anything.
golden days, olden days.
No, yeah, because, like, if you really think about it, too, girls just see sex as something more, well, I don't know about today, but back in the day, girls tend to see sex way more emotional than a guy. Like, a guy just sees it as a bust a nut kind of thing. A girl sees it as a connection. Like, girls usually want to cuddle after they have sex, even if it's a hookup. A guy could care less if that happens.
Right.
So, when a girl cheats on a guy, it's usually way more in depth than just,
Yeah.
I just want a guy to fuck me.
I think it has to do with like what you said, like the fact that it's kind of like she's not emotionally invested anymore.
Right.
When a girl is done with something, when she decides, most girls, when they decide that they're done with somebody, it's kind of like there's no going back. Like I know, like I've had friends where I'm like I tend to give people a lot of chances, but if I'm done with somebody, they're out of my
Right.
life.
Like
Never
be gone.
again. Yeah. But if like a guy was to like be done with like was to cheat and he'd be like, well, she's still, you know, like she's not done with me, so she still was willing to give me that chance, then like he'll take it.
No, that's true. You missed the conversation.
Yeah, what's up?
Why do you think men cheat versus women?
Because they're ungrateful bastards.
There you go. That's a wrap.
Queen.
What about girls then?
Not
'Cause
satisfied? I
alcohol.
don't know.
You said alcohol?
Alcohol and some level of
That could go
insecurity
either way.
and unsatisfaction.
But that could go for both.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Anything
For
could
sure.
go
Right.
for both.
Right. But I think men more so just think they can get away with it.
It's also easier to like. It's more common for a guy to be satisfied with sex than it is for a girl.
Do you
Right.
think the fact that guys can't get laid as easy as a girl has anything to do with it? I don't know. I'm just asking you.
No.
Why they cheat?
I
I mean,
don't
it's
know.
possible. Like as soon as like a girl gives them attention,
I
it's
think
kind of
girls
like,
are more emotional and they're like, oh, why doesn't he like
Because you
me?"
know how, like, poor people win the lottery and then they go broke because they don't know how to handle it? Same thing with a guy. A guy's poor when it comes to sex.
That's fair.
A girl finally is willing to put out for no reason.
I mean, I did.
Then why are
have,
you
like,
cheating?
No, I'm not cheating.
You got a girl. Why are you cheating?
I'm out. No. But, like, you get what I'm saying, though, right?
Yeah. I think it also, like it has to do kind of with the idea of sort of if you have something and you're secure in it, why would you ruin it? But then also it's like if you can go farther, why wouldn't you take that opportunity?
Mm-hmm.
If you're not happy with it.
Yeah. But then
Right.
you're more likely to cheat than you are to exit the relationship because there's that emotional security.
See, most of the times when girls cheat, aside from spring break, it's impulse. It's actually planned. Like, it's like
guys are
she's gonna
impulse.
meet up with the guy. They're gonna do something. The guy's just impulse. He's at a party and she's willing to suck
Yeah.
his dick, and it's like
I
it
believe
happens.
that.
Girls are more careful.
Right, and
They don't wanna
girls
get caught
want
with that.
something out of the other guy. Like,
Yeah.
a girl sees another guy is like, you have something that I need right now. A guy's like, you are available.
It's like you're giving me something that he's not giving me.
Right.
True.
Or I think you're giving me something that he's not giving me.
Yeah.
All right, so all you guys are single. What would make you want to date a guy right now?
Do you want to date me?
No, if there was a guy right here, let's just say average, whatever. What would he have to do? Like, what about him would make you want to
What are
date
our
him?
3?
Yeah, what were my 3?
I forget.
Is he taller than me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes. Is he driven?
Mm-hmm.
Is he emotionally stable? I'll give you a chance.
Emotionally stable as over his ex.
As in, can handle his own self without emotional turmoil following suit. Like, literally just be able to handle your own emotions, and I'll give you a chance. Because what I came out with was not that.
All right. Well, so
But also just, like, have a good personality and, like, not be an asshole.
Right.
Right. Bare minimum. We're really not asking for
The
much.
bar is so low.
The bar is
and you
so
guys
low.
can't meet it.
no.
That's still
So
going.
so that's a good point. Like I was saying earlier, like being very stable, solid, kind of like cold. Like seeing the guy as an emotional rock. It's kind of like the masculine thing.
You don't have to be an emotional rock.
You
You,
can be
just have to
stable.
not
be
cry.
Right.
Like, all the time. You can cry. I won't be mad if you cry.
But-
I will 100% comfort you. But if you cry every day,
But think about
all
the
the
guy
time,
who-
I cannot handle that.
But the guy who always you go to and he always makes it seem like everything's all right.
That's kind of
Well, then
annoying,
you're
though.
boring. I want something.
You
Like-
want him to cry.
No, I don't need you to cry,
And
but
that
show
too.
me some layer to yourself.
I say emotional availability.
Right. Yeah, emotional availability is
Sense
better.
of
So you,
humor.
so you want a guy to talk about his feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah, like don't pretend like you don't give
Have
a shit
feelings.
about anything.
Yeah.
Like that's also exhausting.
Yeah, I guess it depends. It's situational.
No,
It's
don't.
situational.
Don't.
Always situational.
That word's also being banned.
Situational.
I think it again it depends on the guy. I think personally I really like if they have like emotional like maturity.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And not necessarily stability because I can't ask for that if I don't have it. So
Facts.
But like
Ooh.
know what you want.
yeah.
Right.
Or like just have some kind of drive to find out and
Mhm.
don't put your problems on me
Right.
without me being like ready for them. Like if you're gonna like rant to me, be like, hey, can you listen?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Great
if I
point.
don't want to, then I'm not gonna fucking want to talk to you anymore.
Right. I think that goes as far as like depending on how deep into the relationship you
Yeah.
are. If you've been dating for a year, feel free to come home and just randomly start
Yeah.
talking. But like
I'll be
a
pissed
month
too.
in, I don't know. Yeah.
And like if we're just talking, then just don't be an asshole.
Right. Just literal common human
Always
decency.
don't be an
Seems like a
asshole.
reoccurring theme. Just don't be an asshole.
Don't be an
Yep.
asshole,
It's
please.
a common reoccurring theme, but like it's so.
And you think you're not being an asshole,
easy.
maybe, but you probably are. So just try extra hard.
If you're the kind of guy who says nice guys finish last, then you're not a nice guy.
Facts. Nice guys finish first sometimes.
Really?
Girls
I mean,
Be
that's
nice.
not a problem if a guy doesn't finish. Is it?
It's not a
I don't
problem
know.
if the
You
girls
answer
don't
that
finish,
question.
'cause that happens
For a
half the
girl?
time.
I don't give a fuck. Get me off. I don't care.
What's the question? If you
No,
don't
I want.
finish-
No. I take that back. I
If
want
a girl
them to finish
doesn't
it.
finish, oh no.
If a guy doesn't finish.
See, I feel bad if a guy doesn't finish, but if I don't finish, that's like the usual.
If I finish and a guy doesn't finish, I feel bad. If I don't finish and a guy doesn't finish, I'm like, all right, whatever. We both just sucked. Yeah.
Same thing for you?
I think if the guy doesn't finish, it's kind of like shit. But if I don't finish, it's like, well, that's
No,
life.
I have high standards for my men.
I wish I did.
Get me
I-
off or get out.
What's your
good
standards?
luck.
Oh,
Get
same
me
thing?
off.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Go down or go home?
Right? Like, literally just do,
There.
like, get me there. Or if you can't, tell me you can't, and I will do it.
So he'll just watch?
Anything. Literally anything. Just, like,
As long as I finish, we're good.
I faked
Men-
it for 2 years.
men who feel like they are privileged enough that they don't have to get a woman off, but women are pressured so much to get men off, that's the most fucked up thing I've ever heard.
All right. So, that's a good point. Good point, leading. But go. What were you going to say?
I was gonna say, like, if a guy finishes and doesn't
Try.
bother to,
Right.
like, it doesn't care.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
All right.
Fuck you.
Do you think all busts are the same when a guy busts a nut?
I don't fucking
No,
know.
absolutely not.
They're not.
I
Don't
know
really
they're not
care,
when like a girl
honestly.
does, but
I know a lot of dudes. I mean, we don't talk about this every single day, but like, you'll just force yourself to nut because you're like, I'm not really that into this girl, or it's awkward, or she sucks in bed, and you just want to like dip. Like, a guy nutting is his way out. Like, all right, I'm finished. Like the girl's like, all right, cool.
I feel like you can notice.
Because like girls are like, oh man, guys are so lucky because they can always come, but it's like it's not the same. It's
Yeah.
really
I can
not
tell
the
if
same.
it's-
I mean it's
Good
pretty
or
easy.
not.
To
Yeah, I
get-
can
to
tell if
get a
it's good
girl
or
off
not,
if you
for
know
sure.
you're-
But
Really?
also, like, at least guys can just
like
randomly-
show something for it.
But
Right.
it doesn't feel the same.
Although it's kind of
No,
nice that you can
Not
just
even
say-
close. When I'm
Balance.
really into a girl, it's like I'm done. When it's not, it's like, all right, who's next? You know what I'm saying? No,
Thank
it's
you.
just
Thank you. Next.
yeah.
Yeah.
You never done that. A guy didn't satisfy you, a hookup, and you're just like, maybe I might hit up someone else, or maybe I might bring out my toy.
No, I've definitely done that.
all the time.
Definitely done that.
Exactly.
Men just need to learn women's anatomy. That's
Men
all.
don't give a shit. That's the
Men
problem.
need
Men
to
are fucking assholes.
stop being assholes.
Stop being
No,
assholes.
it's not that hard.
All right, what do you guys think about sliding in DMs? Guy you don't know. Does it work?
Don't know. No interaction with whatsoever.
Him sliding into
You
mine
might
or
have
me
liked
sliding
you
into
might have liked
his?
one or two pictures.
No, but see, that happened to me, and it was a guy who was like 2 years older than me or something, same university, and like first thing he did after he got my Snapchat was he sent me a dick pic. So
Don't
Right.
do it. Like, it's not attractive
Dick
in the least
pics
bit.
are
Like, I don't
pointless.
care. It's not gonna, like, oh, God. Gets
but
me
then
heated.
like I didn't respond to him, and then like 2-3 hours later he was like, "Did you like my present?" And I was like, "No."
No.
No.
Definitely not.
We've seen a penis. You've seen one penis. You've seen them all. Sorry.
Like, unless I'm into it and asking for it, like, I'm
Right.
like,
Yeah.
it's
You
just
can be in
like,
the
oh,
Do you ever ask for a dick pic?
You can be in the mood.
Very
and
I
want
think
it.
that's
rarely.
rare.
I have
Very
100% been there.
Yeah.
But
I've definitely
Rare.
asked for dick
Rare.
pics,
if I'm
but, like,
into you. Not if
Yeah.
I've never talked to
if
you.
I've never spoken a word to you and you send me a picture of your penis,
no
why?
warning.
Yeah,
Why
absolutely.
would I want that?
Have you ever sent an inappropriate picture to the wrong person?
No.
I almost
Just me?
said-
Have I?
No.
No.
Just you.
so.
What
No,
happened
no.
there?
All right, so I
Your
had
mom.
a job. Luckily, the girl was cool, but I accidentally on Snap hit the wrong person, and I hit the person who was an intern at my job. It was like a girl. She was a little bit younger than me, but she was still 18 plus. Let's just say I blew up her phone right away and told her, swear to God, please just block me. Do not open up that Snap. I don't know if she ever did, but she did. It was a nice image, I think. It's all about the angle, by the way, in case you guys are wondering. It matters. If you do like a front face, it doesn't work. I don't know
Yeah.
if you guys have noticed that from the guys who send you dick pics.
No,
There's
that
an
was
art
the
behind
angle.
it.
There is.
I believe
bet,
you.
yeah. Some
100%
people
I
put
believe you.
effort into it, and I
Dudes can be
appreciate
like-
that. But some people don't. I'm like, okay, I don't care.
It's like if you're not gonna put effort into the dick pic.
She's
why
like,
would
I
you?
not
want a
gonna
high
respond.
resolution dick pic.
It's
No.
like guys send you a dick pic. They're like, okay, you have to make me come. Like,
And you're like,
it's
no.
like that's the
That's
trade-off,
basically it.
right?
They're like, you're in the mood, right? Like, I'm gonna send you this, so you have to
Right?
be in
No
the mood. I'm
foreplay,
like,
no
I'm,
nothing.
Like, with
You're-
my
you're into this.
family, like.
All
Yeah.
right. So what's one thing a guy has done that you were super into him, and then he just did that, and you were like, I'm done.
Ooh,
Like really just instant turn off.
good question.
Treated me poorly.
Right?
No. Something that was just instant.
Honestly, some words like if a guy says bro or like
Ah, no way.
yeah,
That's like 90% of dudes at the
I
club.
know.
It's like
sorry.
I say that all
You're
the time.
into that?
though.
No, that's a
okay.
turn off.
Okay.
Like choose your words wisely because we hear them. I don't know anything else.
Like for example, you could have been into a guy, he randomly sent you a dick pic, that would turn you off. So something like that.
Absolutely.
Depends on how long we've been talking, but probably.
But
yeah.
like
If I didn't ask
dick
for
pic
it,
aside, no, dick pic aside, that was just like an example.
yeah.
What's something that like makes you
I feel like it has to be in person
like? All right,
to get me. To,
have you
like,
talked to a
be
guy
turned
recently
on.
that you were kind of into, not the guy you were dating?
Sure. We'll say yes.
Why didn't it work?
I don't know if it hasn't yet.
Oh,
process.
How long has it been?
Good question. Good question. I really don't know.
I really don't
Depends
know.
on how you define it.
All right, we know what that is.
Yep.
Your next one?
What's the question? How long has it been since?
Like, are you talking to anyone?
No, so like,
Sure.
no. So the last guy that you were talking to, not dated,
Mm-hmm.
why didn't it work?
Because he was still in love with his ex.
Ooh.
Damn.
Yeah, that was.
So that was the instant
we
turn
could have
off.
a whole,
That was probably the main
we
reason
could
why
have
it
a
didn't
whole
work. But
episode
there was a
on
lot
that
of reasons.
situation.
Really? So you know
Really?
everything about it?
I know. Do I know everything?
They're
Not-
best friends.
probably
I know
not everything, but-
95% of it, and
What-
you could have a whole.
Why do you
episode.
feel like guys like date a girl and then go back to their ex?
Oh, he's not going back to his ex. His ex is with another guy.
Ooh.
And the guy is somebody I had talked to on Bumble previously.
I love
but
that. I love that for you.
So you basically took both of them?
no, I never.
No.
I never like met up with the guy that she's dating. But you know,
He's
I told him that she had a new boyfriend. He didn't know. I was like, oh yeah, like she's dating somebody, and he was like, what?
Why didn't it work out for you? Last one.
Sorry.
He was a pick me guy.
All right, so I've heard that a lot. What do you guys define pick me?
Ugh,
I think of just attention.
yeah, just
Or like
But
too
it's
much
like
in your face.
over.
Yeah. It's
like-
just like too much, and you're
Like,
like,
give me
just-
time to respond. Like,
We had been talking for like 2-3 weeks, and he was like, "Oh, if you weren't going back to school, like I'd want to marry you." And I was like, "Sir,
that's a
What?
lot. That's a
absolutely
military
not.
guy for you.
Yeah. Oh, military guys. Oof.
Well, there's a lot
What
of
a
benefits
breed.
to it too.
Yeah, and a lot
Being
of
in the
downfalls.
military? Or just
Yeah,
military
but
marriage?
getting married
Yeah.
and while you're in the military.
No, I get
Well, it
it.
depends on the terms you have for your life. I
It's
know.
great for the guy.
I know
yeah.
military marriages who have failed before they were 22. So
Oh, I'm
like,
sure.
Yeah.
Did you guys know about that girl who like the guy got deployed and then she did porn and he found out and that's how?
No,
Oh,
didn't hear
shit.
about that.
Yeah, she did.
I hope
Girls.
she made bank.
Yeah, go
She-
for it.
She made like 2,000.
Not worth it.
It's a website. I can't really say. The abbreviation is GDP, and basically it's college girls. I actually know a girl from URI who did it. Interesting video. But
Let's
basically.
talk about
We'll have
it
to look
after.
into it.
Basically,
Yeah.
it's just an ad saying like, "Hey, you want to be an adult video?" The reason why they're in a controversy right now is because they said that the video would only be in Australia, like websites in Australia,
Yeah.
but it's like it's the internet.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
your video's
Everywhere.
probably gonna be out. But yeah. So anyways, she got caught cheating by doing porn. So
R.I.P.
so don't do porn if you're gonna cheat.
Thanks.
if you're gonna
Yeah.
cheat, don't do it." On
If
the
you're gonna
internet.
cheat, don't make it public.
Don't.
How about
Yeah.
that?
Don't put it on the
or
internet.
how about just
Right.
don't cheat.
All right. Another good question.
Point.
How long after talking do you delete Tinder?
When you say, "Will you be exclusive with me?"
Yeah.
Like whatever you define that as, like exclusive commitment to each other.
I was talking to a guy, hooking up with him for like probably like the whole summer. Like had dinner with his grandparents, like the whole
I know who this
shebang.
is.
Girl,
Oh my
But-
god.
like we were never exclusive, and we almost were, but then
She's drunk.
I was we almost were, but then I was like, no, like that's not what I want. Like I figured it out, but yeah, the whole time like I had Tinder. I was hooking up with other guys, but like not a lot. I
Right.
think
What
like,
makes
you gotta make it
what makes you
clear.
not want to hook up with other guys? And it can't be clear. So it's not
Knowing-
like you guys are like 100% like, yep, we're exclusive.
I think a big part of it is knowing that the guy's not hooking up with anyone else.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's kind of
How
like
do you
you're
know?
putting effort into
how,
it.
how do you feel like you know?
Communication, a novel idea, isn't it? Being like,
You really
hello.
believe it
would
when the
be
guy's like,
great.
yo, I'm not hooking up. I just want you.
I hope I could. Do you believe it when people say that to you? Be like,
If
I'm
some,
not.
yeah, I would say so because the person I was with was very clear that
I'm
it
not.
wasn't exclusive. So, yeah,
I feel like I'm very skeptical about it. Usually, I don't believe it. I think it's kind of like, why would you not be hooking
You
up?
wouldn't get turned off if like you had 2 dates with a guy and he's already telling you that he's not messing around with other girls. It sounds sweet, but it's like at the same time.
But it's also like maybe he's
If
just
you
like
ask-
a try it out with one person kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like
I feel like no
well,
one does that nowadays.
Well, I think you're generalizing.
I think I mentioned that's what we're doing today.
Right, but I don't know if I could say that for everyone because I feel like
Exception's
a lot
not the
of,
rule.
No, but I feel like a lot of people don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Fuck, I don't know.
I don't know. It's so specific.
Right.
I think after like 2 dates, it's kind of like, I really don't, like, I want to believe you, but I don't really. And if you tell me that you're not seeing anybody else like this soon, like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Who should be the first one to want to make it exclusive? The girl or the guy?
The guy?
Guy.
Always
I
the
don't
guy for
care.
anything. The guy.
I mean,
You want the
doesn't
guy to
really
be
matter,
like,
but I would
you want the
the
guy to
guy.
bring up the what are we question?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I have brought it up before.
Yeah. No.
And then
No
called
shame
it
on
off.
any girl who's brought it up, but me personally, I would love. For a
So
guy to
my
bring it up.
advice is always wait on the girl.
Really.
A guy's never gonna come off clingy if the girl's the one who brings it up. But if a guy brings it up, it might come off like, whoa, it's a little
But
too
if
fast.
it's like really
'Cause every girl's
heading
different.
there,
But how
Every
long
girl's
have you
different.
been talking to? You
No, well, every girl's different. There's some
Right.
girls who will literally date a guy within a week of like consistently hanging out. Then there's other girls who want like a month or two.
Yeah.
So as a guy, you don't know.
Yeah.
I think it also
That's
depends
valid.
on like how often you hang out. Because if you're
Right.
hanging out like every day, then
Right.
like,
Or if you've known each other for 8,000
That's-
the
years.
interest
Yeah.
is clear.
Right.
yeah. But if you're doing
Then
like
move on with it. Get to it.
maybe like once or twice like every other week, then like chill out.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up here. Last 2 points. Advice for guys, and what do you dislike about guys nowadays?
That's a big
Wow.
fucking question.
Advice.
And wait. No boring answer like asshole, douchebag. We already got.
No, literally hygiene. Clean yourself.
So
Because
you had guys who like came up to you and
Yes.
stink.
yes, all the time.
What?
Like shower
Where are you
every
going?
day.
The gym?
No, literally out. Like we're in Newport right now. Out in Newport. You smell. Sorry. Clean yourself. That's my advice. Yeah. You good?
I'm good.
You're good.
I'm
All right.
good.
Clean yourself. That's it. And what was the other part?
We'll move
Advice.
on. Okay.
Oh, no,
that
advice.
was
Advice.
Oh, just shit. You
Things
wanna?
don't like.
I feel like
oh,
I've
things I don't like. Well, yeah. Things I don't like, bad hygiene, but also just like be upfront with what you want. And I feel like that's not said enough.
You don't like the mystery?
No.
Like knowing that I don't know if this
I don't
guy's
want-
gonna want me. I don't know if because I feel like girls do.
No. Okay, you can want me, but you can be upfront with what you want me for.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Do you prefer a guy saying like on Tinder, "Oh, I want a relationship," versus "I just want to see where it goes"?
yes.
Just tell me what.
Just
Really?
tell me what you want.
Yeah.
Because
I don't believe that.
Don't lie.
I'm
about
not
it.
gonna. If it's not what I want, I'm not gonna waste my time, and I won't be pissed at you 6 weeks from now if we find out we don't want the same thing.
I would much rather match with you if it's not what I want than hang out with you for a couple weeks. And
'Cause
then
the same
be
thing-
like, Okay, what a waste of time.
Right?
Same thing you guys said. Like you don't want somebody who's boring. Don't you feel like that mystery, that chase, kind of makes you?
No, because just because you
That's
say
just
you want a
uncertainty.
relationship doesn't mean we're gonna be in one.
And getting to know a person is like enough.
So not to get personal. So the guy you're talking to right now, is that like what boat you're on right now, where it's like you don't know exactly what he wants,
Sure.
and you don't feel like that makes you want him a little bit more?
No.
Really?
I think I am enjoying figuring it out.
Right.
Right.
You like the mystery.
No, I would much rather him just say whether or not that's what he wants.
Well, think about it this way. Everyone wants the money, But like people realize it was actually the journey to
But
get
do
the money
guys
that was-
understand that you tell a girl what you want, you put the power in her court, and how much do people love power? You know what I mean? Being like, okay,
Too much.
Well, you
he
have
wants me. Do I want him or do I not?
no. I think the guy has more power when the girl doesn't know what he wants.
Yeah.
Because
Right, but
one-
what I'm saying is give the girl the power and she'll want you more.
All right,
That's fair.
next one.
Advice for guys. I say don't be afraid to like say what you want and show any emotion. Like,
So you want an emotional guy?
yeah, like it doesn't mean you're feminine, just like be upfront with what
So
you
who
want.
cares?
Yeah.
Also,
like if you
literally
just want to
nothing
have
wrong with being
sex,
feminine.
let me know. If
Right.
you want something
Doesn't
more,
mean we'll say no.
Let me know.
Like,
Doesn't mean you'll say
I
yes.
just want
But it doesn't mean you'll say no.
No.
But you don't know.
Like, I don't want to
until
be
you say
led
it.
on and then like be over it. Like it's just annoying.
Right.
What was the other part? Things you don't like about guys?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Remember, asshole, douchebag. We already went
Yeah,
through that.
that's clear.
Every guy, by the way, is like that.
No.
Fucking man.
Yeah, I guess
Fucking
somebody who like talks too much about themselves, like
Yeah.
mansplaining, like that type
Ugh.
of thing. Like, don't be a know-it-all. Show some interest in the person you're with. Just have like a normal conversation. Be nice. Be funny. Whatever. It's pretty easy, honestly.
I know. Bar
Like,
so
bar
low.
low.
So low.
You can't meet it. It's crazy.
They
Okay.
go under. Like
Yeah.
they dig a tunnel under.
I know, it's wild. More effort to go under.
Okay, so advice, I think just like yeah, take an interest. Don't like shy away from like emotion. Don't shy away from like being upfront, like confrontation. I think that that's like really important, especially in like such an uncertain situation. And then also don't be fucking rude to waiters. And then
There you go, waiters.
But like really
Be nice to your staff and tip them.
Literally, motto of life is Harry Styles: treat people with kindness.
You guys love Harry Styles, huh?
Yeah.
Love
Treat
that
people with
fucking
kindness.
Our king.
It's so easy. Don't get it, but whatever.
You ever heard the expression, don't ask the fish for advice, you ask the fisherman?
Nope.
Never heard that advice.
Never heard
Nope.
that
Th-
expression.
Well, this is why we never ask girls for advice, because girls tend to not really say the truth.
Then what is the point of this entire podcast?
literally
Well, we were hoping something would come out, and something did. Like you did
Are you not
admit.
satisfied with our answers?
No, I am.
like
You
at
get-
the end of the day, a
I
guy
feel
can be
like
doing everything right, but they're just not attracted to each other.
Right. Like, again, we have to boil it down to that. There is a fundamental thing. Am I attracted to you or not? Like,
Yeah.
guys can't fix everything. Girls can't fix everything. Sometimes it just comes down to natural instinct.
Like if I like you, if I'm interested in you, then I'm probably gonna let things slide.
Right.
But if I don't like you and you're doing everything right and you're like the perfect person, I'm still not gonna want to have sex with you. I'm not gonna want to be in a relationship with you just because there's not that.
And then he's friend zoned.
Yeah. And then you know what?
Sorry
Sucks
about
for
it, but
him.
not meant to be.
Find somebody else to have sex with because
Yeah.
it's not gonna be me.
Right.
Welcome to your hand.
Oh damn, Mr.
And-
Handy in the house.
Quoting one of my favorite musicals, Heathers, you've got a left hand, use it.
Or you
Good
can
night,
switch hands.
everybody.
It's like a stranger.
Yeah, make it even. At
Mix it up.
least.
Yeah.
I want some muscle and balance.
Some guys need both hands.
Wow.
Big enough.
Get a little
yeah.
action there.
That's right. All right, we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys. If you guys just want to say your name one more time,
Maddie.
Kelsey.
Michelle.
can any guy DM you?
Sure. Go for it.
Kelsey.Mahar. M-A-H-E-R. Oh, it's Kelsey with the C, not an S. You're not gonna find me. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Maddie Brooks, _, I-E, not a Y.
Mitch. 250 MICH_2.
I'm assuming you'll link our stuff.
Yeah, I'll link your stuff. But if anyone just curious, anyone want to link their OnlyFans?
I don't have one.
No. You guys got sugar daddies.
Bye.
All right, this is a good night. This is your boy here. Peace out.
Bye.
We're done.
Swipe right.
Swipe right. Yeah, I'm gonna see.
Yay! That was fun.